rebounding. But very early on in his rookie year, signed a two-way deal.
Combined have done a tremendous job of reviving the Black Coaches Association, and it was done primarily through the pandemic.
Dakari Allen fighting over the screen. Javon Graves out of the corner, off the bench for Austin. Kaycock has not come off the field.
And when you consider, at 38 years old, still out here running around with the young fellas, and his work is paying off right now. Two of them pure.
Has knocked down his last two after missing his first 8-year-old Jeter and the 18-year-old Primo. Henderson sets up his drive. It's a 9-point Austin lead. Biggest advantage of this first quarter. To Henderson, the 17-year-old.
I think there was a sense of let's not try to win too many games so that we can get in position to get a lottery pick. And
Hunter Renfroe.
For the record, in 96, 97, we won 21 games. Is that ironic? No? Over your head? Did he wear?
Guessing 21.
There you go.
You set it up nicely for everybody.
Yeah, I set up nicely for you, and you just swung it.
Guy.
Who's that, Duncan?
No, you.
Oh, I was a bucket. You didn't know?
Just asking.
Ask about me. You know, but I'll tell you this. The way that point guards are allowed to play today, this game was nowhere near as much off the dribble bounce scoring, where I had to make a pass at least at some point run the offense coming down the floor. There was
5 on the floor for Ignite.
In January. So when you think about that, he's still a young man, but physically he's more than capable of battling with much older players.
Scoot Henderson leading the break. Fanbo Zhang.
You know, can shoot the 3-ball, knock down 2 threes a couple games ago against Santa Cruz. And so again, he gets an opportunity to show off his full skill level, but of course I've watched him in Nike EYBL playing for Mac Urban Fire and know what he's capable of.
Cross court to Graves, in and out. 3, as Renfroe was fouled in the act of shooting a 2-point field goal. His made free throw. Down to 5. Josh Primo flips it to Morris, lines up for 3. When it comes to the roster shuffling, G League teams losing players, a nice
lock. Help a team relatively soon.
Catch and shoot for Graves, splash.
And getting 20 shots a game. You're going in to play a role and try to find ways to help your team win offensively and defensively. As Josh, you know, as I mentioned before, Ignite veteran salary is well above the salary of a normal G League player. The treatment, the lifestyle, the resources, the living arrangements.
Side to Renfroe. A look. Scoot Henderson back into the game. Will pop from the mid-range.
To match the Spurs.
Saved by Austin. Graves tees it up. That's short. 1:20 remaining third quarter. Austin has really opened it up with a 29-16 third.
At an NBA player and doesn't quite understand the importance of really being able to come out and give that same effort on a back-to-back.
Henry and March, a few back here in Las Vegas, the rest. Lead is back to 18, matching the largest of the evening for the Spurs. Henderson on the pull-up.
So I often have players talking to me about, hey, is Strick coming? You know, they want to.
Foster, Hardy, Daniels, Henderson, and Amari Hardy, the older brother of Jaden, out there for Ignite. This is Scoot Henderson.
The league and assist was on his graphic.
Looks like we need a little intervention between our NBA vets and our graphics.
It's a simple post feed and I cut to the basket. David Robinson was a great passer. He drops it off, and I catch it, dunk opportunity for officials to get reps. I can remember Curtis Blair. I can't remember Zach's last name, but he's a big-time official now. And those guys were G-League officials back then. And, of course, now, you know, they're some of the best in the game at the NBA level.
Great pass, Henderson, and Zach.
And again, in a game, I never called him by his last name anyway.
Compared to any alternative. Inside of 8 minutes to play, Ignite still trying to string together some points in a comeback. They were outscored by 11 in the third quarter after they trailed by 5 at the break.
But also within the Spurs organization, just that pass alone to be able to make plays as such that's going to help them in the NBA for the other 29 teams. Because you never know the way things are going to end up for you in your career, and you want to make an impression on everyone else. I had to pause to see if he was going to knock down another.
That were signed this past offseason can be traded. We're soon going to be embarking on 10 days with all the eyes on Ignite this evening.
Yeah, and also when you think about, you know, you mentioned earlier in our broadcast.
Today, an impressive win against Grand Rapids, a team that has a number of NBA veterans on it. Not as good of an effort today against Austin, the veteran out of Texas. Zhang attacks the rim.
Of exactly what I mean with this being a success for Ignite. Scoot Henderson, that anyone going to the basket, get a shot off. But for him to grow as a player, he has to recognize those things, and you see that he's doing that on the fly. Out of being a head coach for the Spurs organization, Padar Bozic